Okay, start. Let's start. Okay. Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Oliveboard. Myself, Jay Sharma, and today we are going to discuss PIB 360 in between 6th of November to 10th of November. So that means whatever news has came in between 6th and 10th of November in PIB comprehensive that is important for these examinations. Have been covered in this particular video. So that means if you are preparing for RBI, NABARD or SEBI or IRDA or SIDBI, so it will be helpful for you to cover such kind of news event, right? So let's start with our first news. That is, the cabinet has approved the equity infusion in Food Corporation of India. So to understand it better, we first have to understand the meaning of the Food Corporation of India, right? So a body that was established in 1964 has three main things to do, right? The first thing is, what is the actual work of Food Corporation of India? Is they, first of all, they procure from farmers, right? They procure from farmers. So after procuring, they will be storing, and from this storage, they will be distributing to two scenarios. The first scenario will be for the public distribution system, that is for below poverty line people, and another for the wholesale market. So that means that is the role of Food Corporation of India, under which they will be procuring the crops from the farmers at the minimum support price, at the MSP. They will be procuring farmers from the at the MSP, and after that they will be storing it. So maybe in a cold storage or the go downs, and after storage, as per the need command, they will be distributing it for the public distribution system for below poverty line, and also in the wholesale market. Okay. So that is the meaning of the Food Corporation of India. So if we get an overview of what is this particular news event, that cabinet has approved the equity infusion. How much of equity infusion? That is for rupees 10,700 crore for this particular financial year, that is 2024 to 25. And this was approved on November 6, 2025, and this was approved by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, that is chaired by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Okay. If we discuss the purpose of this particular equity infusion, the objective is to strengthen the Food Corporation of India's working capital and operational efficiency. It has certain benefits. For example, it has increased the food security measures across India. How does it increase the food security? Because as we have discussed, that if they are procuring from the farmers and they are storing it, so once they are storing it, they will be released when there is a need. So that means there is not excess supply, or there is not less amount of supply, so there will be an equilibrium in the market. So that is the role of actually Food Corporation of India. So they will be their objective is to ensure the food security, and they further want to reduce the reliance on short term borrowings. So that means Food Corporation of India does not have to borrow from any other institutions. They will be lowering the interest rate burdens, and this will lead to decrease government subsidy expenditure. So that is the major issue. Government wants to decrease their subsidy expenditure. Okay. Now, if we talk about the growth of Food Corporation of India's financials, so we can say that it has been established in 1964, as we have discussed, with an initial capital of rupees 100 crore and the equity of rupees 4 crore. And if we talk about its financial progress, then we can say that the its authorized capital, which was 100 crore previously or on its initiation, has been increased to 21,000 crore. And if we talk about its equity was 4 crore, which was increased to 4,000 crore in 19 to 20, and it has been further increased to 10,157 crore in 2022 to 23 to 24. So that means Food Corporation of India is growing quite tremendously. Okay. And the role of Food Corporation of India, as we already discussed, first is the procuring of food grains at the MSP, then maintaining a strategic reserves, then distribution of grains for the welfare scheme, and to stabilize the market prices. So that is the role of the Food Corporation of India. Okay. Now, next news event is the Mysuru Sangeetha's Sugandha Festival 2024. If we talk about the overview of this festival, then we can say that it is on the November 8 to 10 of 2024. Its a venue is in Karnataka State Open University Convocation Hall, Mysuru, and it has a very good objective, that is to celebrate and promote the Karnataka's musical and cultural heritage. See, one thing you have must observe in past 5 to 7 years, that government is putting so much efforts to preserve India's cultural heritage. So whenever you are looking a news, or whenever you are reading a particular news that is preserving the India's heritage or India's culture, or any government initiative of, let's say, of any local culture, so there are chances that it will be asked in the exam, right? Because government is promoting so much thing, so hence it has been increased the chances of coming in the examination. And it was inaugurated by our Union Minister of Finance and Corporation, that is Nirmala Sitharaman, and there were many other attendees. For example, Shri Suresh Gopi, who was the Minister of State for Tourism, Petroleum and Natural Gas, Dr. H.C. Mahadevappa, the Social Welfare Minister of Karnataka, and Shri Yaduvir Krishnadatta Chamraja Vadiyar, a MP from Mysuru. Okay, so there are chances such kind of information has been asked in the examination. There has been a musical tribute, and there has also been a cultural exhibition, that is 21 renowned artists has showcased the Kannada's composition in honor of Dasa traditions of Carnatic music. There has been also cultural exhibition, that is GI products and craft, that has been displayed by artisans and weavers showcasing Karnataka's GI products, and culinary showcase that has been organized by the Institute of Hotel Management Bangalore, and that has been featuring the Karnataka cuisine. So that is also a good sort of event. Okay. Now, if we talk about the purpose of this festival, it has been very much evident that is want to promote the Karnataka's artistic and cultural legacy. There will be integration of arts, for example, a blend of music, a craft, or cuisine has been blended alongside this cultural heritage. And the key takeaway is that a celebration is aimed to nurture the Karnataka's rich cultural heritage for through music and community engagement, right? So that is the part of this particular event, festival, and it is to ultimately preserve the cultural heritage. Now, next news event is the Vigilance Awareness Week 2024. Now, this has been started on 8th of November 2024, whose venue was Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi, and the occasion is to celebrate the Vigilance Awareness Week, and it's a function by Central Vigilance Commission. And it has one particular theme also, that is Satyanistha ki Sanskriti se Rashtra ki Samruddhi. I am repeating again that Satyanistha ki Sanskriti se Rashtra ki Samruddhi, that is culture of integrity for nation's prosperity, right? So there are chances that it is very, very important that you have to read about such kind of themes. If we talk about the key highlights, it has released certain kind of booklets. For example, first is the preventive vigilance. Second is Vijay Vani special issue on leveraging the digital and technological initiatives to increase the transparency and cyber fraud prevention. Third is the public procurement, that is challenges and way forward. We have also special cover that is issued by Department of Post to commemorate Vigilance Awareness Week 2024. That is the scenario. Okay. Now, next news event is regarding mine opening permission module. This has been launched by Ministry of Coal on November 7th, and what they are trying to say that India has initiated a single window clearance where you will get a permission to opening a mine, right? And it will be through online portal. So its major objective is to streamline and expedite coal mine opening permissions. Okay, it has certain key features. For example, first, it will be, as it's a portal, so it will be a digital application process. So it will enable the online submission of mine opening applications. It will reduce the reliance on manual paperwork. And if you talk about the real time tracking, so it allow applicants to monitor their submission status, because it will be giving a real time tracking in this. And there will be an integrated platform that it will be part of CWCS operations since January 11, 2021, and it will also consolidate various clearances and approvals for the coal mining, right? So that is the so these were the key features of the module. And if we talk about further, so there are certain benefits and sector impacts on this. So first, it will enhance transparency. That means it will increase the transparency. How? Because it has been processing digitally. Because there is a more of a manual work, there is less of transparency. There is less of manual work, there is more of transparency, right? So hence it will improve the efficiency. It will lead to faster decision making. It will also create an investment friendly environment in the coal sector. And the broader impact is that it will support our Prime Minister Modi's vision of a digitally empowered economy, and hence it is promoting ease of doing business and energy security as part of this scenario. Okay, next news event is the third edition of the exercise Austra Hind 2024, right? Austra Hind 2024. So this overview is that it has been a commencement date of November 8, 2024. It has the location of Foreign Trading Node Pune, Maharashtra. It has a duration between November 8 to November 21, 2024, and its objective is to increase the military cooperation, obviously, between India and Australia, as the name suggests, Austra Hind. Okay, now if we talk about its participants and focus, so India's participant will be India's contingent, 140 personnel from Dogra Regiment, 14 personnel from Indian Air Force. If we talk about the Australian contingent, that 120 personnel from 13th Light Horse Regiment of the 10th Brigade, 2nd Division, and its primary focus is to joint sub-conventional operations in semi-urban settings under Chapter 7 of the United Nations mandate. Okay, so these are the key things that you may have to go through. If we talk about the phases of this exercise, there are several phases, even though that may or may not be asked in the question, but as it was mentioned in the PIB, so we have to go through this. So first is the combat conditioning and tactical training, where they will be providing physical fitness and tactical drills. There will be joint operational planning. See, whenever you are reading about the exercise between two countries, their major objective is to share the expertise. India would be expertise in some scenario, Australia would be expertise in some scenario. So they both will be sharing the expertise, and they will hence generate a joint cooperation of sharing their expertise, right? So apart from this, the counter-terrorism operations, the response to terrorist activities, special heli-borne operations and drone measures. Whereas if we talk about its significance, so it is the best practice in the military practice. So it will be very much helpful for both India as well as Australia. So India has such kind of exercises with multiple countries all over the year. So there are chances there might be questions on such kind of exercises. Okay. Now next is the 45th Central Advisory Committee meeting by FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, whose date is there was a Central Advisory Committee on November 8 in New Delhi. It was organized by Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, and there were almost participants from 60 officials, including Food Safety Commissioner, State and Union Representative, senior FSIA officials, and member from the food industry, consumer groups, and research bodies. So these were the scenarios. Okay. If we further move to understand the key highlights and initiative, so they have enhanced the surveillance at tourist destination, because many times we have been experiencing unhealthy practices in a tourist place. I mean, unhealthy practices for cooking food or providing food at the tourist places. So to overcome this, Food Safety and Standard Authority of India has given us as a increase their surveillance at the tourist destination. So this was urged by Food Safety and Standard Authority of India for the peak tourist season in India, that is from November to March. And they have even recommended for food safety on wheels mobile labs. So that means they will be keeping, or they will be testing by having their lab, by moving from one place to another in the tourist places, and they will be randomly testing that this particular food or this particular water is up to the health quality or not. I mean, in what environment they have been cooking, by what sanitizing they have been doing with their hands or washing hands or etc. What kind of oil they are using, all these things, right? And another is that monitoring e-commerce platforms. So they will be also be monitoring e-commerce platform, because from nowadays what we have been observing, that from the platforms like Blinkit or Zepto or Instamart, we can order foods. Okay, we can order foods. We can even order from the food delivery apps or etc. We can order vegetables. We can order egg. We can order meat or etc., which we can cook at our home from such kind of apps like Blinkit. So, Food Safety and Standard Authority of India is focusing on that e-commerce platform who are providing such kind of items that may chance that their quality is not up to the mark. So they will be doing or increasing surveillances of the warehouses and facilities of e-commerce platforms like Blinkit or Zepto. Okay. Now, another thing is that they will be providing training of food business operation under the FOSTAC program, that is aimed at training 2.5 million food handlers by March 2026. Now, what is FOSTAC program? That is Food Safety Training and Certification. So it includes handlers in universities, colleges, and hostel canteens. It even have a integrated food safety approach there, where there will be a huge kind of collaboration between ministries and other stakeholders who will be coming together, and they will be discussing, or they will be discussing the issues that we are facing with respect to such kind of services, and what more can be done from the ministry, from a particular ministry, or we could say from the platforms who are providing. There will also be advisory committee meeting at the state and the district levels. Another thing is that they want to increase the consumer engagement, that is their promotion of the Eat Right India movement. So that means they want to increase the awareness, consumer awareness, with respect to what they are supposed to eat. They have, the states were even advised to conduct outreach activities such as fairs, walkathons, and street plays, that is Nukkad Natak. So that means they want to increase the awareness by fairs, some kind of walkathons and street plays. Walkathons means, I mean, you must have observed a banner that has been going from one place to another on cycle. So that is kind of a walkathons. Okay, or we could say there is a banner at that one particular place and people are walking by or etc. So there are multiple kind of things. So where government want to increase the awareness that we have to eat right. Okay. Next news event is the World Immunization Day 2024. That is India's commitment. Now, this particular day has been observed on November 10, 2024, whose objective is to reaffirm India's dedication to universal vaccine coverage and healthy equity. So that means, what is the meaning of universal vaccine coverage? That means irrespective of the economic status of Indian citizen or gender or the caste, we are giving immunization to each and everyone. So that means we have to that means we have to eradicate polio, diseases like polio, who needs a vaccine at the early stage. So that means everyone should be part of that immunization, and that is known as universal immunization program. Hence, it should be free of cost. Okay, if we talk about its significance, so it highlights the role of vaccines in preventing the infectious disease, for example, polio. It even promote efforts to extend immunization coverage, and especially to underserved populations, especially in the rural areas or the those population who are living in urban slum areas. There are several key immunization initiatives in India. Among them, the first is the Universal Immunization Program that was launched in 1985, who has targeted almost 2.67 crore newborns and 2.9 crore pregnant women annually. So that is what they are targeting. So almost they are targeting around 5 crore people annually, and they want to immunize them. So what is that covering? They are giving free immunization against 12 diseases, that could be diphtheria, tetanus, polio, measles, and hepatitis B. Okay, so they have so far achieved almost 93% of the full immunization coverage for financial year 2023 and 24. There is another initiative, that is Mission Indradhanush. Now, this has been launched recently, that is in 2014, whose goal is to achieve 90% full immunization coverage, and it focuses on areas with low immunization rates and hard to reach regions. And they have even completed phases among 12, covering 12 in 12 phases they have covered 554 districts, right? So this is a very important information that could have been asked in the examination. If we talk about the achievement of the World Immunization Day, so we can say that there has been a reduction in under 5 mortality rate from 45 to 32 per 1000 live births. We have eliminated successfully polio in 2014 and maternal and neonatal tetanus in 2015. If we talk about the ongoing efforts that what we are doing currently, so we can say that we have been reaching remote areas, for example, rural areas, with our immunization services, and we have even strengthened our community health through herd immunity and comprehensive immunization strategies. Okay, the next news event is the first Foundation Day of Biotechnology Research and Innovation Council, that is BRIC. Now, this particular event was organized on between November 9 and 10th of 2024, and its venue is National Institute of Immunology, New Delhi. It has been organized by our Department of Biotechnology. On the occasion was the first Foundation Day of the BRIC that was established on November 10th, 2023. So to celebrate the first Foundation Day, there was this particular event, and there are several things or several initiatives that has been taken. The first is, if we talk about the inauguration and the speakers, so the inaugural lecture was by Shri Amitabh Kant, who is a G20 Sherpa. There were special guests also like Dr. Anand Deshpande, who is a persistent system, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Department of Biotechnology Secretary, the directors of IBRIC institutions, deputy officials, and researchers. So these were the speakers that were part of this particular inauguration. They have launched a race competition. Now, what particularly a race competition means? They want that the young talents who should showcase their skills with respect to biotechnology. So what they has been goal that they want to explore the bioscience commercialization in line with bio E3 policies. Now, what is E3 in this? E3 means economy, environment, and employment. So the objective of this particular competition is they want to explore that how our young youth takes biotechnologies, what kind of innovation they can give with respect to biotechnology for environment, biotechnology for economy, and biotechnology for employment, right? So these are multiple things that they will be covering. Now there are several additional activities, that is they even had a sports meet There were events like cricket, badminton, and table tennis, and even chess. And its purpose is to promote harmony and teamwork among the Department of Biotechnology and iBrick Plus members. If we talk about the BRIC, so it was formed by merging 14 autonomous DBT institutions, and its mission is to enhance synergy. That means the connectivity and boost science, technology, and innovation in India. Okay. There was a statement from Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale who emphasized on BRICS' role in maximizing the impact of scientific research, and from Shri Amitabh Kant who highlighted BRIC as a landmark in India's biotechnology sector. Right. So these were the factual informations may be asked. The next news event is the National Education Day that was celebrated on the 11th of November 2024, that honored the birth anniversary of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, who was the first education minister of India. And how it is very significant because it highlights the importance of education in India. And with 65% of population are under the age of 35. So that means we are part of the working population. Hence, India is known as the young economy. So if we talk about the government commitment, so government is committing that they want to provide a quality education and skill development opportunities so that we can empower the 65% of our 140 crore population. So that will definitely make India a developed country. Okay. There are several initiatives for this. For example, first is the National Education Policy that was approved in July 19, 2020. Under this policy, they have modernized our education and they focused more on the inclusivity and the 21st century skill. For example, what is 21st century skill? That is the AI, machine learning, etc. So these are the 21st century skills. So they are focusing more on this. And if you talk about another initiative, that is PM Shri School, that was again launched on his birthday, September 7, 2022, which enhances 14,500 plus schools with NEP 2020 elements. And for this, around 27,000 crore project has been launched for this particular period. That is from between 2022 to 27. Okay. The additional initiative and achievements for this, for example, the Samagra Shiksha, it was launched on 1st of April 2021, that has been aligned with NEP 2020, inclusive, equitable education till March 31st, 2026. Prerna 2024, a week-long experimental learning program for classes between 9 to 12. Then Ullas 2022-27, that is the adult literacy and empowerment of those 15 and above. Now that is very important, adult literacy from societal point of view. Hence government is emphasizing on that also. Another is the Nipun Bharat 2021, a foundational literacy for children by grade 3 by 2026 to 27. Vidya Pravesh 2021, 3-month play-based school preparation for grade 1. Vidyanjali, a community involvement in public education strengthening. Right, so these are the initiative, so very important. So please go through them. It can be asked from the exam point of view. Okay, so this was it from today's video, where we have covered a certain news event with respect to PIB between 6th of November to 10th of November. Right, so this was it from today's video. In the coming video, we'll be covering more such kind of topics. Till then, stay safe and study well. Thank you.